Husband,
Yeah.
what do you think about doing cloth diapering?
Yeah. I'd like that.
Cool. I'll look into it.
Several months later.
I do hope I made the right decision. Okay, so I guess I won't fully know this until I actually have a baby to use these on. But in the meantime, I wanted to share with you lovely humans why someone would even consider going cloth over disposable in the first place. In this video, I'll be going over the 3 main factors caretakers take into account when deciding whether to go reusable over disposable: baby's health, environmental impact, and costs. This type A obsessive mama has done all the research, so you don't have to. Although I will include some sources I use down in the description below for those interested. But first, thank you for checking out my first ever video on my channel. My name is Selena, I am little, and you can call me Sally. Or Selena is just fine, most people will call me Selena. I am a first-time mom, currently 7 months pregnant with my baby boy, and I decided I wanted to share my journey of I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just winging it, pregnancy/motherhood. I'm hoping these videos will help you learn from my misses and successes, or at the very least, be entertained by them. And first on the docket is cloth diapering. My first couple of videos will be dedicated to cloth diapering for beginners. It is so overwhelming when you first start looking into this topic. There's a lot of information to go through. In fact, watching cloth diapering video after cloth diapering video is what inspired me to get this channel going in the first place. I really want to create a space where it's easy to find and understand all this info. So if you think this is something you'd be interested in, subscribe and click that bell thingy so you don't miss any up and coming videos. Alright, so why cloth diaper? There are 3 main reasons people choose to do it. 1. Health and toxic concerns. Disposable diapers contain a whole bunch of dyes and chemicals, including sodium
polyacrylate.
That's the super absorbent gel used to suck in all the pee, and dioxin, which is a byproduct of bleaching paper and is super toxic and dangerous. Now, obviously manufacturers do their best so that these toxins don't make direct contact with your baby, but sometimes shit happens, and the manufacturers that are best equipped at preventing these mishaps tend to produce more expensive diapers. Or you might just have a very sensitive baby, where even the hint of any kind of irritant can cause a reaction. The FDA, for instance, has received various reports in the past stating that fragrances and disposables caused headaches, dizziness, rashes, and chemical burns. At the end of the day, these health hazards are not just a concern for your baby, but for the environment at large, because once the diapers are used and disposed of, these toxins have a chance to come into contact with other living things if not disposed of properly. Which brings us to reason número 2, environmental impact. Babies go through about 3,000 to 7,000 diaper changes in the first 2 years of their lives. In the US, 3.5 billion gallons of oil are used to produce the 18 million throwaway diapers that end up in landfills each year. And it takes 500 years for each one of those diapers to decompose. 500 years! This is what got my recycling-loving, environmentally friendly husband to be like, yeah, I'd like that, when I suggested cloth diapering in the first place. That being said, some argue that cloth diapers aren't all that much better for the environment because of their own manufacturing process and the water and electricity needed for the washing. But this greatly depends on how people go about their cloth diapering routine. Some studies suggest that depending on how you cloth diaper, you can cut greenhouse emissions by 16 to 40% when compared to using disposables. Another study I looked at agreed with the 40% part, but also said that it could go the other way and be even worse for the environment than disposables, depending again on the cloth diapering routine. So the best way to reduce the environmental impact when using reusables is to line dry whenever possible, wash in fuller loads, not wash above 60 degrees Celsius, choose more efficient appliances when replacing your older ones, and using the same cloth diapers for multiple children. In some cases, you can avail of a diaper service. This will end up being more costly, but would use less water and electricity because of larger load sizes. Load sizes. With this, we arrive at the third reason people consider going cloth. Cost. Now, this varies a bit with how much and what kind of diaper you end up buying, but generally, disposables end up costing $2,000 to $3,000 for about 2 to 2.5 years until potty training. Reusables, on the other hand, can range from $400 to $1,700, this including diapers, accessories, and laundry costs. If you decide to hire a laundry service, the cost ends up being a little less or about the same as the cost of using disposables. And if you want to be fancy and buy exclusively expensive cloth diapers, the savings would obviously be less. However, you can also use the same cloth diapers for multiple children. Can't do that with disposables. This is where the real savings comes in. Personally, if I don't have another kid, I plan to pass on my stash to my sister when she has kids, after proper sanitizing and washing, of course, or just resell it on Facebook at a reduced price. This may mean a bit less savings for me, but it would be an increase in savings for somebody else. So there you have it. Health, environmental impact, and cost. There are other reasons people go cloth, but these tend to be the big three. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these reasons appeals to you the most, or if you have a different reason entirely. I'd love to know. All that said, some of you may be saying, this is all well and good, Sally, but let's face it, disposables are just more convenient. Cloth diapers are too much work. I have my hands full already, and you want to give me more to do, including dealing with poop? You're crazy. To those of you who say, you do you, boo. I ain't here to judge. And really, while there is a learning curve to cloth diapering, there are so many types of diapers out there, not just your grandma's cloth diapers of times past. Many have a smaller learning curve than others. And once you get into a routine that works for you, it's actually not that much extra work at all. Some parents even enjoy it. I personally will have to get back to you on that one since my baby hasn't even arrived yet and I could be talking out my bum. If so, you can be sure I'll make a video on the subject. So subscribe to make sure you check that out. And we'll discuss the poopy situation properly in a future video, but long story short, it's not as bad as you think. Now, I personally went a little bit crazy with my diaper stash. I've included newborn diapers and one-size diapers that grow with your baby until they're ready to potty train, extra inserts, disposable and reusable liners, and even cloth wipes. You don't have to do this. You can start off gradually, do a mix of disposable and reusable, and maybe even try hybrids. Honestly, there is no one way to cloth diaper, and it's probably smarter to start gradually so you can figure out what different types and brands of diapers you prefer. I'll go into why I went so extreme in a future video talking about where and how I purchased my stash, and I'll even include a cost savings number crunch to go with it. Spoiler alert, my savings are still around $1,800 to $2,800 US. I converted from Canadian. I included reusables versus disposable wipes into the math, FYI. But next week, it's all about the different kinds of cloth diapers. If you're watching this in the future, there should be a link to that video in the description down below and maybe somewhere around here. So check that out if you are so inclined. Was this helpful? Did you enjoy it? If you did, please give this video a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Any suggestions for improvement or video ideas are greatly encouraged and appreciated. I really can't wait to grow a community on here. So join me, won't you? Mwah!